What's up, everyone? Welcome to Power Play with CJ. I just want to focus in on the Pittsburgh Penguins losing Malkin for 2 to 3 weeks with a foot injury that will not require surgery. I think it's a tough blow for Pittsburgh. They should get him back right before the playoffs, or even if they get him back in Game 1 of the playoffs. I think that's something they can overcome. Obviously, even though Geno's an amazing world class player, that's tough to soften the blow, but. I think this is where kind of the Marcel Gottsch acquisition pays off because you just bump Sutter up to the second line. Is Sutter as good as Malkin? No. But can he be a serviceable second line center? Yeah, he's a great third line center. He'll be a passable, head above water second line center. And I think this is kind of where they really wish the Kessler trade went down because I think Kessler would have been playing wing with Crosby. You would have slid him back to center. You would have bumped someone up to Crosby's wing. And you would have had Gottsch holding on the third line center spot either way. Alas, didn't happen. But I think you look at it from the Penguins' perspective, it's about ending the regular season with as few injuries as possible, and then the real games start in when it's 16 wins to go. That's just the way it is, and Pittsburgh has earned that right because of how well they've been, how good of a team they've been, the last 6-7 years. So if they quote unquote limp into the playoffs, they'll win the division. They'll probably come in second in the East behind the Boston Bruins. They're still in a good position to win the Cup if Malkin comes back and is 100% because he's an amazing player. We know how good Sid is. Obviously, the goaltending situation is a question, but you look at how Malkin came back from the torn ACL. I know it's two different injuries. I get it. But you look at how he came back new and improved. I think that, I'm not going to say it's a similar thing. It's a shorter turnaround time. It's not as severe of an injury. It's not as long of a recovery process, but I think he'll be good to go, and he'll come back with the, he's got the internal fortitude to get it done. And if there still is lingering pain, he can get over it because he's got the heart of a champion. And this is a guy that's a Stanley Cup champ, won gold at the World Championships a few times. I know the Olympics haven't gone exactly as planned for Geno, but you can't fault it all on him. And he brings out the best in Crosby, and likewise, I think Crosby brings out the best in Malkin. Especially you look at the run he's been on since the Olympics in terms of being being very highly productive, and you don't just replace an Hot Ross winner. It's that simple, or Conn Smythe winner for that matter. But I think the Penguins have a good enough team, a good enough organization, and a good enough coaching staff they can overcome it. Geno's got 72 points in 60 games this year, 6th in the league in scoring, 7 power play goals, and Pim's are pretty high this year, 62 and 60. So, and he's also 6'3", 220 pounds. So. Yeah, he's a good player. But, again, I think Bilesman will dig up something and keep the team afloat. Look at how good they played 3 years ago without Sid and Geno for the majority of the season. I think Bilesman can get out the best of the guys, and I think they will step up. And maybe it's a Ewing theory type thing. Hashtag Bill Simmons. But anyway, that's on this episode of the Power Play with CJ on Pittsburgh losing Malkin for the next 2 to 3 weeks. Stay tuned for episodes for the season and beyond. Later, guys.